Alright, y'all, from my reading today, ending in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, speaking against Babel, speaking to its destruction of Babel then, and also we can see the parallels of modern day Babel, which a lot of people have made a strong case that America is Mystery Babylon and modern day Babel. And as we read through here, you can see the parallels, and also who you can kind of sense who this future judgment is going to be upon. So chapter 51. Thus says Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babel and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Oh, and isn't a destroying wind coming our way? For now the sins of this nation have heaped up to heaven. So behold, I will raise up against Babel and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. I will send unto Babel fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of evil they shall be against her round about. And we are being surrounded. America is being surrounded round about right now. Sure is. And against him that bends, let the archer bend his bow. Against him that lifts up himself in his brigadine, spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye utterly all her host. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldean, and they that are thrust through in the streets. For Yasharel has not been forsaken, nor Yehudah of his Elohim, of Yahweh Sevaot, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Yasharel. Flee ye out of the midst of Babel, deliver every man his soul. Do not cut off her iniquity, for this is a time of Yahweh's vengeance, and he will recompense unto her a recompense. Oh, and that great day of the Lord is coming. And though the house of Jacob, though Israel and Judah are housed here in Babel, they will not be forsaken. The elect, those who are in the born again family of faith, will not be forsaken. Babel has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And have not America given the nations its cup, and drunken the nations from its mixture, from its fornication, as it says in Revelation? Babel has suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babel, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Yahweh has brought forth our righteousness. Come, let us declare in Zion the works of Yahweh Eloheinu. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh has raised up the Ruach, the spirit of the kings of Madai, for his device is against Babel to destroy it, because it is on vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. Set ye standard upon the walls of Babel, make the watch strong and set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, For Yahweh has both devised and done that which he spoke against the inhabitants of Babel. Yes, for Babel, that wicked nation, has vexed his holy ones, his chosen, has been assaulting his temples. We, who are his abode, his children, his sons and daughters, his temple. It's a day of the Lord. The vengeance of Yahweh and the vengeance of his temple is nigh. Once again, all ye that dwell upon many waters, abundant in treasures. Does this not sound like America? As she has put her hegemony upon most the world, all the world. All you that dwell upon many waters, abundant in treasures, your end is come, and the measure of your covetousness. Yahweh Sabaoth has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill you with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against you. And aren't we being filled up with men? Foreign invaders, the illegal so-called immigrants, the criminals from other countries being all sent here to fill us and to aid our downfall. And when the time comes to destroy and to just disperse utter chaos in the land, surely I will fill you with men as with caterpillars. They shall lift up a shout against you. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he utters his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightnings with rain. He brings forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by graven images, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Yasharel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh Sabaoth is his name. You are my battle axe and the weapons of war, and with you I will break in pieces the nations. We know in the time of the end he will come, our Messiah, with his saints, with his army, and will just dash and break to pieces and destroy the nations. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Yasharel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh Sabaoth is his name. You are my battle axe and weapon of war. For with you will I break in pieces the nations. With you will I destroy kingdoms. With you will I break into pieces the horses and his rider. With you will I break to pieces the chariot and his rider. With you also will I break the pieces of man and woman. And with you will I break in pieces the old and the young. With you will I break in the pieces of the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with you the shepherd and his flock. And with you will I break in pieces the husbandman and the yoke of oxen. And with you will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babel and unto all the inhabitants of the Chasdeum all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, says Yahweh. Behold, I am against you, O destroying mountain, says Yahweh, which destroyeth the whole earth. I will stretch out my hand upon you, and I will roll you down from the mountain, from the rocks. I will make you a burnt mountain, and they shall take you a stone for a corner. They shall not, for neither for foundations, but you shall be desolate. You shall be desolate forever, says Yahweh. See up in the standing in the land, set a standard. Blow the shofar among the nations. Prepare the nations against her. Call together her the kingdoms. Prepare against her the nations, with the kings of Madai, captains thereof, and in the rulers thereof, and in all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble, and sorrow for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against Babel, to make the land of Babel a desolation without inhabitant. The mighty men of Babel have forsaken to fight. They have remained in their holds, that their might has failed, because they become as a woman. They have burned her dwelling place. Her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babel that his city is taken and is come to an end. For thus says Yahweh Sabaoth, the Elohai of Yasharel, the daughter of Babel is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and the time of her harvest has come. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babel, has devoured. He has crushed me. He has made me an empty vessel. He has swallowed me up like a dragon. He has filled his belly with the delicates. He has cast me out. The violence has done to me, to my flesh, shall be upon Babel, shall be the inhabitant of Zion, say, and behold, upon inhabitants of the Kasdim shall Jerusalem say, therefore, thus says Yahweh, behold, I will plead your cause, and take vengeance for you, and I will dry up her seas, and make her springs dry, and Babel shall become heaps, a dwelling place for dragons, an astonishment, a hissing without inhabitation. They shall together like lions. They shall yet as lions whelps. Switch is too dark. And in their heat I will make their feasts. I will make them drunken, that they may rejoice, and asleep, a perfect, perpetual sleep, and not awake, says Yahweh. I will bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like rams with he-goats. How is Sheshach taken, and how is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How has Babel become an astonishment among the nations? Yes, this will all be as America also, a heap, the whole earth surprised, an astonishment among the nations, as we read in Revelation also. The sea has come upon Babel. Oh, the sea has come upon Babel, and the sea will come again upon Babel when we get struck on our coasts with the tsunamis. She is covered with the multitude of waters thereof. Her cities are a desolation, a dry land, a wilderness, a land where no man dwells, neither does any man of Adam pass thereby. And I will punish Babel. I will punish Baal also in Babel. I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up. And the nations shall not flow together any more unto Baal, unto Satan. Yea, the wall of Babel shall fall. My people, go ye out of the midst of her. Deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of Yahweh. Come out of her, my people. Do not partake in her plagues. Come out of her systems. Come out of her religions. Come out of her entertainment and her media. Come out of her. my people, and lest your heart be faint, and ye, for the fear of the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babel. Upon her whole land shall be confounded, and her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heavens and the earth and all that is therein, they shall sing for Babel, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, from the spoilers, says Yahweh. And Babel has caused the slain of Yasharel to fall. So Babel shall fall, the slain of all the earth. You have escaped the sword. Go away. Stand not still. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame has covered our faces, for strangers are come into the sanctuary of Yahweh's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan, though Babel should mount up to heaven, and though she should fourthly the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, says Yahweh. A sound of a cry comes from Babel, and great destruction from the land of the Kasdim, because Yahweh has spoiled Babel and destroyed out of her the great voice, when her raves do roar like great waves of water, a noise of their voice uttered, because the spoiler has come upon her, even above Babel, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. Or Yahweh, El of recompenses, shall surely requite, and I will make drunk her princes, her wise men, her captains, her rulers, her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not awake, says the King, whose name is Yahweh Sevaot. Thus says Yahweh Sevaot, the broad walls of Babel shall be utterly broken, her high gates shall be burned with fire, the people shall labor in vain, and the folks in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sereniyahu, the son of Neriyahu, the son of Masayahu, and when he went with Zedekiah, the king of Yehudah, into Babel in the 4th year of his reign. And this Siriyahu was a quiet prince. So Jeremiah wrote in a sefer all the evil that should come upon Babel, and give us also warning about the judgment coming to modern Babel, Mystery Babylon, Baraka, and even all these words that are written against Babel. Jeremiah said to Siriyahu, when you come to Babel and shall see and shall read all these words, then shall you say, Oh, Yahweh, you have spoken against this place. And he has spoken against this place also, to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast. It shall be desolate forever. It shall be, when you have made an end of reading the sefer, that you shall bind it to a stone, cast it into the midst of Pereth, and you shall say, Thus shall Babel sink, and shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. They shall be weary. Thus fair are the words of Jeremiah. Hallelujah. Revelation 18. Judgment also of Babylon. Come out of her, my people. Let's come out of her. Let's be sanctifying ourselves. Time is near.